Well, we're back. Sorry, I've got stuff all in the air. Cleaning off the combine over here. Working shop. So, go ahead and you see we got a up and forward header over here on already. And got the end cut off and a 2.5-inch reducer cut to it, or welded to it. I'm gonna start mocking everything up and making the one for the driver's side now. You can see we got our wiring all torn apart. This is a bunch of it we're getting rid of because remember we only use the factory computer on this for the speedo and fuel pumps and tack and all the dash stuff and AC and fun stuff. So everything else we're going to go ahead and remove now that the fire did a lot of that for us. Get it all cleaned off. You see this front bracket still got the powder all over it. So we're going to go ahead and dive in and get to working. Run over here real quick. See, we got this header all cut off and ready to get welded up. We're just tacking it together right now, and then we'll go ahead and I'm going to try and TIG everything up, but if not, we got some stainless wire and we'll just MIG it with stainless and clean out the inside real well and go on. So, all right, we got her all welded up here, tacked up at least. Cut it off, tacked our 2.5 in, went ahead and put our V-band on. And this one's going to be for our driver's side over here. So let's check out and see what we can do. Okay, we've got the headers on now, and I cut one of our U's that we have. We've got a long side and short side. So I think we're going to use this a little bit longer one here. You can see that one. That one's a little bit, see, this was a little tighter. It's a little. So anyway, and then we'll aim that down. I think that's going to work very nicely there. So I'll get that all apart and tacked together. And this one, I think we're going to come out of here. Go straight down, and then we'll curl back around out of the bottom of it and go back up into our turbo. So get it figured out here. See what we can do. It's going to work real nicely. This way we're using these $100 up and forward eBay headers and cut the ends off of them, and I think it's going to work real nice. Hopefully we'll be able to keep our AC and heat because that is our prime objective. Remember, we do enjoy doing race week, so that's a lot of fun. We're going to continue to do that. So we have to have our AC, cruise control, and all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead. So we've got this tacked on now. You see we've got it just going down here. We use a 90. This won't be it, but we will cut a 90, actually a little off section. We'll get the angle that we need, and we'll cut that and weld that there. And if we do use twin wastegates, then of course one will go down here at the bottom. We'll go across here. I think we'll probably put a flex pipe somewhere around right here. And then after the flex pipe, this will go up in a fashion like that. And I think what we're going to do is cut the end of this off and go ahead and mount our flange. And then of course we'll probably put a kicker from down at the frame. So the flange, I think, is going to end up, sorry, y'all can't see that well. I think that flange is going to end up somewhere around that area. So that's about what we're looking at. See how we can get there. think this is where we're gonna go ahead and leave everything. So, wait on pipe. Okay, here we are again. So went ahead and got our bend down here, put a V-band, and then this will be coming over. Actually, it goes in a straight line here, but it's not right now. It's kind of twisted at the moment. But goes over to our other side of our hot piping, up into a little bend here, and then into our T6 flange itself, and then off the passenger side it just comes out and goes straight down and S's into it. And we will be putting a wastegate probably somewhere around here, and then over on this side, either down or up at the top, not sure. Up here, down at the bottom. So we're trying to figure out where we're going to do that, but this is what we've got so far with the turbo kit. And have to get some heat wrap, but you know, it's a 5-inch downpipe that we're using, so able to get the AC all around it, and the heater hoses are going to clear for days. We're not even worried about them, but everything looks like it's going to clear well. We still got a lot of wiring to do, but here we go. Don't talk shit about the duck towel. A little update on the old hot rod here. Got everything laid out for our slip fit and got it in, so we'll get it all burned in, get our downpipe on, and start getting everything else zipped up and cleaned up. Still got some wiring to do. Wanted to get all this welding done first, so that's where we're at. Here it all is. We got it all welded up now. Take it all back apart and clean up all the welds and make it all look pretty. Figure out where in the world we're going to mount the bracket at, so where we can remove it to the frame. That's where we're at. Got our slip joint down here. All of our V-bands where we can get into anything very nicely. So, in the middle of cleaning up all of our wiring, so that's where we're at. All right, in the shop, fixing to make some cuts and do some. So we got to make a bunch of pie cuts because we only have straight pipe. Here's what we got. Nick's got a little stopping point draw on here, and he's got this all measured and the pipe marked off, and that's how we make a bend. Oh, that's an end. My bad. that's an end too. Got two ends. So. We've also got the downpipe, cuts on it. Had to make a cut on the pipe itself, so where we can now start with our 5-inch stainless pie cuts that we have. We'll show you what we're doing once we get back to the shop, so you'll understand where we're moving to on that. So. Okay, here. Got a little bit more done. We've got our crossover all made now. We've got one wastegate mounted down there. We're working on the downpipe right now. We don't want to move anything till we get the downpipe, and then we'll unbolt it and we'll put this wastegate is going to go right down here on the bottom side of that flange. For those wondering how we're going to do the other wastegate, we're running twin 44s. So. Got this full 5-inch exhaust. We're having to pie cut a whole lot. We went with 245 stainless 5-inch sections, and then we did a whole bunch of pies so where we can get this. The first piece of the downpipe is a 45. So let's check this out. All right, here's everything thrown on the weld table. Here's our downpipe. This is our conglomeration we have. It's just all tacked together, nothing's cleaned yet, so it looks pretty tacky, right? Yeah, we'll get that all cleaned up and get it all together nice and pretty and proceed. That's the starting of our downpipe. 5-inch. It's got to make all sorts of weird angles down here to get through the frame. So, all right, let's check out this downpipe. Let me get some lights going here. Well, that's where she comes to so far. So, like that. Looks like we're gonna make her right. Wiggle this around and see what we got. All right. Sorry about that, family. Don't be hollering about, oh, these welds look like shit. I don't give a fuck. We're in a hurry. We're just making this work. We don't have a laser welder. No shit like that. So we've got our downpipe to there, and then we're gonna use this little 45 that we've got made out of our Of course, this bell's going to be changed, so we're going to have a little bit more room, but she's going to go right there. And then this pipe will go on the end to get us down to here with our V-band. And then we'll 45 under and go with our exhaust under the truck. So that's what our plan is. Bless you. All right, family. We got our downpipe in, and it's a nightmare. So we are gonna get up in the air and show you what we got underneath. So let's check it out. Okay, so here we are down here. There's our downpipe. So we're gonna have the old V-band on her, and it's gonna be tight. It's not gonna fit with this transmission bell housing. We're gonna have to see how it fits with our other one, but that's about where we're at for now. Figuring out where we're gonna get the V-band on at, and then we'll get our 45 in here and get it under there. So let me grab it and I'll show you real quick. All right, so our old 45 is gonna go on there just nicely. And look at that, straight out the back. We continue. Sorry I couldn't hold and film and everything else, but you know what's up. Well, and as things would go, I wanted to get this old downpipe all done and everything this evening, but we just ran out of argon, so. Go ahead. And put a little dent right there for one of our tubes, but I figured 5-inch, we're not gonna worry about a dent. And here's all of our pies that we had to make, so. And then our V will go right here. So there's our downpipe. It'll look a lot nicer when we get dog cleaned up. Like I said, run out of argon.